can find even one, just an honest person. So many lies, so many scams, so much brokenness. Why do we do this to ourselves? We need truth unchained from lies, freedom soaring past the sky, honesty in every breath we take, a world of love where hearts don't break. Walking down the street, I see the shadows creep. People wear their masks, but underneath they weep. Tired eyes hiding secrets deep and dark, in a world where truth's a dying art. In the shadows hiding from daylight, smiling faces that don't seem right. Where's the goodness we seek each day? In a world where light feels far away. Where's the good? Where's the honest heart? In this world that's tearing us apart. We need freedom, we need honesty. In the time of lies, set our spirits free. Promises broken like shattered glass, whispers of deceit in every word that passes. Searching for a light in this twisted maze, hoping to find truth amidst the haze. Where's the good? Where's the honest heart? In this world that's tearing us apart. We need freedom, we need honesty. In a time of lies, set our spirits free. Where's the good? Where's the honest heart? In this world that's tearing us apart. We need to rise, break these chains. Freedom and honesty, despite the pains. Scammers with their tricks and liars in disguise, abusers hiding safely behind their lies. We seek justice, but it's nowhere to be found. Lost in a sea where deceit abounds. Abusers shame with hands unseen. Innocent hearts caught in between. We dream of days where hope's reborn, a better world where none are torn. Kindness grows in unseen places, among the masks and hidden faces. We hold the dreams of brighter days, wishing away these bleak grays.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing phenomenal. I am doing just great. So happy to have you here with us today. This is the Coffee and Kata morning show. We are learning AI, large language models. I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win. Or as some people may say, I annoy you to success. I will take it. I will take it. I do not mind. We had an excellent show last night on our tech Q&A, which we were learning Lovable and answering questions for whoever in the chat. We did a lot. This was my first time really using Lovable and seeing how the prompting works, and it had an error in its syntax and I had to fix it through GitHub integration and stuff like that. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but I just want to welcome you, say thank you so much for being here. If you're watching this on replay, thank you so much for watching and giving me the ability to add just a little bit of value into your life as you navigate this tech space. I know it is very, very crazy right now in whatever industry that you're in. It is a bit scary. It's a bit crazy because you're like, oh my goodness, oh my God, AI is coming to take all the jobs. That's the sentiment of a lot of people. That is not my sentiment. All right. We hear, you know what? Let me just get through a little housekeeping real quick, and then I will get into this topic. My first topic, real quick. I don't normally do topics in the morning, but it was on my mind. I want to talk about it, about how AI is your superpower if you embrace it. If you put on the cape of AI, you will be your own as well to many other people's superhero. All right, but real quick, what do we have upcoming? Today at noon Eastern time, we are going to be premiering our software explorations concept and overviews. I'm going to be showing you how to create an S3 bucket using Python code. All right, we're going to be using the S3 package Boto 3 that goes into, or not S3 package, the AWS package Boto 3. For some reason, I always say S3 when I mean AWS, but we're going to be using the AWS package Boto 3, and we're going to be using that to integrate with S3, the storage for Amazon, and have that to create a bucket, right? That's going to be today. It's about a 15-minute video, very quick to the point. Follow along, and then next week we're going to take that same bucket and we're going to upload a file using Python. And then subsequent weeks we're going to be doing that in Java. We're going to be doing that in TypeScript, or not TypeScript, but TypeScript slash JavaScript, Node, etc., and so forth. All right, a lot of things coming. We Based on the work that we did yesterday, it is important that we have a well-rounded grasp of all of this stuff. Tomorrow night, we're going to be continuing with ethical hacking. I think we're going to be moving on from our port scanner into the next phase of the course. I'm going to read up on that today, but that is our plan for the upcoming few days. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in all the places so that we can level up and we can win together. All right. Let me jump into this topic really quick, and I will put 5 minutes on it. I will put 5 minutes on that topic. Where is? Let's go here. Let's go with that, and we're gonna say AI is your superpower. What? Really? I thought AI was coming to take all the jobs. Let me throw up 5 minutes on here, right? So I thought AI was going to take all the jobs. I hear people say there are going to be no jobs. We're going to need universal basic income and stuff like that. Well, from what I see right now, which I am open to being proven wrong and changing my mind, leave me a comment on this video. Let me know why you think that I am wrong when I say that AI is your superpower, but at the same time, it can be your arch nemesis. It is all based on you and how you work and your dedication and effort. What do I mean by this? So, what I saw yesterday, working on the Lovable platform, looking at N8N, the little bit that I've done with that so far, using ChatGPT to prototype out a game for toddlers and stuff. What I saw is that it's not just anybody who can do it. Not just anybody can come in there and say, "Oh, I'm going to become a developer and I'm just going to follow along." When I was following along with the code that ChatGPT gave me, my like the year that we spent learning, like building an app in Flutter, was very valuable to me because I was able to look, okay, I know what this means, I know what that means. Oh, this doesn't look right. And understanding what I'm actually looking at, and it's not just copying and pasting and then now things aren't working. I'm getting errors. And, oh, this is outdated code. How do I research to get the updated code? Things like that. And when we think about tools like, let's say, image generation, right? When we think about these tools, I am not. I am graphically illiterate, right? My design skills are bad. Like, you ask me if something looks good, I'm like, I don't know. But if you ask me about some code, I'm like, oh yeah, let me jump into the code. Oh, that code is a masterpiece. But when you ask me about like graphic design and stuff like that, UI UX design, I am bad at it. But here's the thing: for those who are great at it, and let's say it used to take you like hours to come up with some designs and stuff like that. and you are and like now you're trying, like, so you're going slower for providing for your clients. Now, being that your expertise in the field combined with with AI, you're able to properly prompt it and know what you want. So you're having an assistant who is actually building for you what you want, as opposed to you having to do everything yourself. To me, I see AI as a great assistant, especially in these different fields. And as I'm thinking about this morning, I said, you know what, we're hypocrites. Yeah, I'm a hypocrite. Especially you are a big hypocrite. Why do I say that? So I cannot, and I don't really have this feeling myself, but I remember all the years when people were saying, "Oh, these companies, they're so big and they have all the best employees and stuff like that, and they're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and we want to sue them. We want to sue them because they're becoming a monopoly, all that whining and complaining." I'm like, oh my god.
Bruh.
Right? But now AI comes and it says, all right, well, these companies want to embrace AI and they're downsizing their workforce. Like, oh my God, what? How could you?
How dare you?
How dare you downsize and become quote unquote smaller companies and make all these awesome, amazing developers available to other companies? What? Really? And for me, I'm like, well, guess what? That little company who didn't have access to that developer, and they would go a lot slower in the thing, because guess what? Microsoft, Amazon, Google, they like they might not they're not going to care about this little business thing that you're doing, because it might not be a wide scale lucrative thing for them, and they would much rather have you working on their cloud platform or using their AI integration, stuff like that, than taking your business. So, like, you know what, we are making all these developers, all the top level developers that we had, we're going to be integrating a lot more AI into our platforms. We But now you have access to these developers, and these developers can help you go faster, because if they embrace AI, like these major companies are embracing AI, now you can do so much more. So let's think about
Get a move
with
on. Back to work. Chop, chop. Let's go. Come on. Get a move on. Back to work. Back to work. Back to work.
let's think about like video editing, graphic design, you know, coding, whatever it is. And if you have, I would still want somebody who is well versed, like for creating graphics, right? Someone who is well versed, who has an eye, who can know, okay, this, like, it's basically like this, right? If I was going to create this myself, I would do X, Y, and Z, and I'm just having a conversation with my agent, with whatever, and now it brings this out for me, and okay, and now I can take that baseline and I can make it the way that I want it to be instead. So now I can get a bunch more work for a bunch more clients out in one day that would normally take me a week, a month, etc. And I'm like, you have you have so much more opportunities, but we're so focused on, oh, I just, like, everyone has to work for these three companies, and I'm like, well, but you guys hate those. You hate those three companies, but maybe you just hate AI more. And I'm like, if you leverage your skills in whatever it is that you do, I don't know, maybe nursing, maybe as a doctor, and you leverage those skills, right? So that you can use your expertise integrated with AI, maybe create your own language model, and now you're able to go so much further, so much faster, as opposed to just, have you ever seen the people who type with two fingers? My dad still types with two fingers, right? The way that I see AI is somebody typing with two fingers versus somebody who types with their whole, with all five fingers, or even using that special keyboard where they can type so much faster than that, right? That, like, to me, that's the difference. Typing with two fingers versus being like knowing how to type. like professionally. And now you can do so much more in so much less time, less mistakes. So that's how I say it. I think AI can be a superpower for whatever it is that you do. Just describe what it is, how you would do it, and then fine tune it that way. All right, that's my thoughts. I think you guys. I think we need to stop being hypocrites, hating the big companies, but then begging that they stay big companies. Where they do that at?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
All right, that is my morning rant. I just wanted to share that with you. I think that AI is your friend. It could be your best friend. Over the past week, I've built more stuff in a couple of hours than it would take me to do a bunch of research figuring it out on my own. And my background and my expertise and knowing how these things should work helps me to put things in the right place, get them up and running, and I'm like able to have a prototype just like that. All right. Anyways, that is it for this morning. Let's wrap that up. All right, so let's get to work. We're going to be working on our large language model. We're going to be looking more into the tools that we were doing, like tools for large language models. Basically, watching the video back again this morning from the course, which I highly recommend you take the course. I have learned a lot. We are getting. Sometimes we start off slow to ramp up, but we are getting into the good stuff. We are about to get into the agents between starting like on day 5. We're going to get into agents, and then we're going to go into generative AI, RAG, LoRa AI agents, all the good stuff that we see our very own Wave Nerd is always talking about. Let's get it. So the way the tools work, though, the way that the tools work is you have a function for, and you have a function for like different things that the tools can do. So let me share the screen because I am able to explain this a little bit better. So let me go to over here. Let's go over here. All right. So if we are looking at, let me go. All right. So we're working on Monday on the airline AI assistant. And what we got all this. So we have the chat message, right? Where let's go ahead and do this. All right. So let me go to here. And I say I want to fly to definitely not Chicago. Let's go with Charlotte. I don't know how to spell Charlotte. Let's go with a different place because I can't spell Charlotte. I'll go to a different place. Let's go to Atlanta. Atlanta, Georgia from Fort Lauderdale. Let's see what that gives us. Not getting anything back yet. All right, maybe I need to set all these things. Give me a second. Looks like when I refreshed the other day, they got out of sync. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right, let's try that again. I want to fly to Dallas, Texas. Why am I not getting anything back? It is using OpenAI, chat. What is going on here? So we have this, we have this, we have this. So this is our system message. We have this. Hello? Anybody there? Okay, what? Oh, I think I know what's happening. Because I said that print message in here. Why is that doing that? return history. I think I made some changes to this yesterday. Hold on, let me see. Let's do this. Let me go and get back the original. Let me see. Let's go to, what is their GitHub again? Give me a second. Let me find their GitHub repo, because I have to check what the original, because I think I made some changes to this code the other day. Actually, can I see it? No. Let me see. There we go. Let me go to that. No, we are on week 2, day 4. Okay. So I did return history. I want to return this. All right. So I did mess it up because we were troubleshooting the other day and I messed it up. So, okay, it's just return response, not return history. So let's do that. Boom. And it says, I want to fly to Dallas, Texas. And we are getting an error, which we were getting last time. I don't know why we're getting the error, though. I'm confused about that. Let's see if I say, hello there. Why am I getting an error? All right, so how can we troubleshoot this? Let me refresh first. Do that. Testing. All right, so we gotta. All right, let me see if I can find a way to debug this because I'm not sure why this is giving me an error. Let's see. I think that's where we got stuck last time. Debug Gradio error. Let's see. Debug. If true, blocks the main thread from running. If running in Google Lab, this needs to print errors in cell output. So if I do, see if I can do debug equals true and say hello. All right, there we go. So we have this being printed out. And the error that we are getting is raise attribute error. Object has no attribute item. Chat completion. Object has no attribute get. All right, so let me take a look at the original. OpenAI completions create. Let's see here. Messages. So if I look here, so role content, you are helpful assistant, and role user content, hello. Why is that not working though? Chat message history, chat message, system message. All right. And then this history. This worked on Monday. Just copy this whole thing. Let's copy this. Let me paste that here. Oh, that's why. Because I had returned just the response instead of return this whole. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sometimes you have to compare, but also knowing how to troubleshoot is also part of the superpower that I have. And why is this not popping up? Something is stuck. Hold on. Let's take this off. Let's do that. Boom. Let's run these again. Run that again. I don't know, I think it's like getting stuck on me. Chat, messages, messages. Enter. Let's see if I run this one. This is weird. Nothing's happening. I don't know why nothing's happening. Let's see. We have Gabriel in the building. Says, "Hey Ralph, I just found your YouTube channel yesterday. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Gabriel. I truly appreciate you, and I truly appreciate that comment.
I appreciate you.
That means a lot to me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat or in any video comment, and I am more than happy to answer your questions and give any comments or feedbacks that you might have. As of right now, I am vehemently fighting with this application right now. All right, let's see. Let's do. So if I go back and just return response, all right. Oh, actually, let me refresh one more time. Let's go to. I don't know why it's doing this. We running all these, I'm not getting any errors, right? And so if I break this again, right? If I break this again, it's not launching. I feel like nothing is happening. All right, let's do that. We are going to restart our kernel because you know how they say when the computer's not working, what fixes it? A reboot totally fixes everything. So I'm just gonna restart. Let's go to. Let's try that again. So let me see if I do print. This is working here. This is the troubleshooting I'm telling you about. Okay, so that's working. That's working. I'm gonna throw in another one of these prints. Just making sure Jupyter is working. This is working here. All right, cool. And print. There we go. So I had to something got corrupt in the kernel. We restarted it. All right, cool. So here, instead of that, I want this to be that right there. Boom. Boom. It says, hello, is it me you're looking for? There we go. Hello, I'm here to assist you. How can I help you today? I want to fly to Dallas, Texas. Great. Please provide departure city of FTL and next week. You can check our website or app for flights available for FTL from next week. All right, cool, perfect. So that part is good. So now we know we can throw in the debug feature in there whenever necessary. Not sure if that's what caused a crash, but good enough. Let's see. All right, so I think we're testing something in here. So now we get to the tools part. So basically, the way that the tools part works is that if the application does not, if your large language model does not have the information, it should be able to reach out to the tools and get that necessary information, right? So if I say here, what's the cost to fly to Berlin? I can't provide current pricing. Please check our website or travel booking platform for the latest fares, right? But if we're using this tool over here, right, where it has London, Paris, Tokyo, Berlin, and I added Louisville in here, right? That should it should reach out to the ticket prices in order to give us the price for Berlin, because here by itself it doesn't know it, but integrating it with a tool for ticket prices should. So so like we have this right here. So if we do Berlin, actually let me execute that, and then we do Berlin, and it was $4.99. We do Louisville, it's going to be $49, right? So now the way that the tools work, it has this like special formatting, a special JSON format, dictionary format for the function that the large language model is going to use, right? So this JSON format, the name of the function, the description of what the function is doing, the parameters that go into it, which is going to be destination city, and then additional properties, all right? And then you create this tools list. So let's say you have more than one tool. So maybe we'll get into that as well. But let's say you have more than one tool where, let's say you have the price function and you have nearby attractions for example. So now with the nearby attractions, you will say what are some nearby attractions to Berlin, for example, and that will reach out to the attractions tool and give you those nearby attractions. All right. So if it doesn't know, so all right. So now getting OpenAI to use our tool. Let's see. So we have to write that function to handle tool call. Handle tool call is the code getting here. Let's do something I want to do. I want to try out. Let's see what this handle tool call is doing. Handle tool call. What is the cost to fly to Berlin? I didn't think about this on Monday, right? But if I say what is the cost of flight to Berlin, let's see what this is actually going to do for us. Is the code getting here? What is there? So tool call cannot access where it is associated with the value. Where is this tool call? Maybe I didn't put this. Let's go here. Let's go here. So let's see what this is doing. Is the code getting here? So it's getting to this. It says print tool call. And tool call. Where's tool call? Where is tool call? Oh, so this print that's my bad right there. Print tool call would have to be over here. because we can't call it before we make it equal to something, right? So now, let's see. JSON loads tool call. Object has no attributes tool calls. Where do you see that? Object has no attributes tool call. That would be, where are you seeing that? Line 5, message.tool calls. Oh, okay. So it's basically when the message is returned from the function. So we can't run this one independently from what I'm seeing here, but we should have a way to test it in proper software development. But let's go down to over here. And what this is doing says, all right, so the way that you tack on the tools to your function is saying tools equals tools. So this tools right here is coming from here. And this tools is grabbing the price function of this. And this price function is grabbing this get ticket price function over here, where based on what you have in your user prompt, it would pass it into this function as the destination city. The city that the customer wants to travel to is going to be destination city, and go from there, right? So now let's scroll down and say, I want to catch a flight to, let's do that. And let's do that. Let's get our Gradio up. How much to fly to Louisville? Kentucky? Is that where Louisville is? Since I don't have the current price for Louisville, Kentucky. What if we just say Louisville? Because maybe it can't handle Kentucky as part of it. Oops. Ah, look at that. So when I say Louisville, Kentucky, it says it doesn't have the price for that in particular. But when I say just Louisville, then it says the price of Louisville, Kentucky starts at $49. I would want to make it more flexible. The tool is being very specific, but basically what's happening is, so here, when I say how much to fly to Louisville, Kentucky, what's happening is that it's passing this whole thing, and it's saying, oh, in the tool, there's nothing for Louisville, Kentucky. So OpenAI returns like, I don't know what it is, but when we just say Louisville, it's going into the tool. It says, all right, the OpenAI has no idea how much it is currently to fly to Kentucky. So it's like, all right, because I don't know, let me check to the additional tool that we have, and it is telling us over here that Louisville is $49, and that's what it's returning to us, right? What I would want to do is I would say instead of just destination city, because what if they have like I would rather say contains in the destination city, right? Ticket prices, get city, destination city dot lower. Get ticket price, destination city. So what if I pass in Louisville? So let's check it out real quick, right? Louisville, Kentucky, and I go here, it's gonna tell me unknown, right? Get city. So it says ticket prices get city. Ooh, that might not be possible. Well, I mean, it is possible, but I don't know how I would do it right now because well, let me think. If I were to say the city, if I was to say, oh, I don't want. I don't even want to think. What I'm thinking right now is like, if this, it would have to loop through each one of them, which is probably not the best way to do it. But if this city, if whatever I pass in destination city, if this city is inside of here, then then make it a match, right? So if I say if city, which is this, is inside of destination city, right? Then consider that to be a match. But I don't want to overthink it right now this morning. So we are. You saw weird message. All right. Anyways, let's continue. But yeah, so that's basically what's going on here. It is using the this dictionary right here to find Louisville, and it's saying that it's $49, and it's returning it into here, and that's how these different tools work that's how these different tools work to bring everything together. All right. So if we do the same thing, how about to Berlin? And now it should tell us 499, right? Because but if I'd say what about Berlin, Germany? I am a terrible, terrible GeoGuessr player. It's going to tell us that we don't have the ticket for Berlin, Germany. So I'd want to make this more adaptable, so that whether I'm passing in, you know, just the city or the city and the country or the city and the state, that it is able to find me an answer from my tool. But that is not the point of today. I think we're good with that, right? So we're gonna leave that there, and then when we come back on Monday, we will get into day 5 and finish up week 2, or start to finish up week 2, getting into image generation, prompting for images, prompting for audio, things of that nature, and we should be good to go. And then get ready for week 3 at that point. All right, so a lot of good things. Like I said, AI is your assistant. It is your superpower. It is you're able to scale a small company into a big one because you are the expert, and you know what you need to do, and you can program all these robots. Look, it's not only Tesla who gets to have these robots. It's not only whatever these big companies. You can create your own robots, your own AI agents who are going to be working on your behalf for you to be victorious and successful. All right, but that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Truly, truly appreciate you. Shout out to you, Gabriel. Really appreciate that message. That message, and I am so happy that I'm able to add value into your life. Remember, we have our large language. Large. We have our software explorations concept and overviews today at noon Eastern time. We're going to be talking about how to upload to, or how to create a bucket in S3 with the Python Bodo 3 package. And then tomorrow we're going to be working on ethical hacking. Continue that course, right? But that's everything. That is everything. I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Wonderful Wednesday. We're right in the middle of the week. We are right in the middle of the week. I'm in it to win it. Let's get out there and get it. Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
We stand afraid of shadows cast by doubt, whispered fears of what they'll talk about. Got dreams that wait in line behind our pride, but courage lives where fear is set aside. So many dreams collected dust on shelves, scared to fail, so we hide our true selves. But life will pass and so will all those stares. Nobody's watching as much as we think they care. So step into the light, don't fear the fall. The only limits here are built by walls. Tear them down and seize what you deserve. You're stronger than the whispers you've heard. Got plans to make, but fear keeps you in place. Afraid to lose, or maybe scared to chase. But what if magic waits around the bend? Go grab it now, don't let the doubters win. We wear these masks to hide what we believe, but truth has power when worn on your sleeve. Reach for the stars, they're closer than they seem. Your path is clear, don't let them steal your dream. So step into the light, don't fear the fall. The only limits here are built by walls. Tear them down and seize what you deserve. You're stronger than the whispers you've heard. Got plans to make, but fear keeps you in place. Afraid to lose, or maybe scared to chase. But what if magic waits around the bend? Go grab it now, don't let the doubters win. We wear these masks to hide what we believe, but truth has power when worn on your sleeve. Reach for the stars, they're closer than they seem. Your path is clear, don't let them steal your dream.